Three, what's up, brother?
How you feeling, my brother?
I'm feeling good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I can't complain, man. I guess the first question I have for you, sir, is did Mike P take his talents to the trenches?
Dude, I mean, the writing's on the wall, I guess,
The
right?
writing's on the wall. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The writing's on the
Yeah,
wall.
you know what? I think the proper answer would be I just took my talents. I think that's the best way of putting it. I took myself into my own hands, and this is the first installment.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. You know, people are saying they're expecting you to rap with a grudge. They already, the culture already thinks they know what you're about to do in the trenches. So.
Right, right, right. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's funny. I don't even know, bro. I felt like I'm almost like I almost don't really have a grudge. Like this is something I'm happy about. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like I feel like if I did have a grudge, I would still be sitting waiting for a call from them and caring about that. So like if anything, bro, like I'm in a way better mood than I was. The grudge is what led me up to this. So
Right. Right.
we're ready to go. I mean, I will kill Rosenberg 1,000% without a fucking grudge or not. Like it don't. You know what I'm saying? Whether other people die in the process,
Uh huh.
that's up to me to write. But for now, I'm focused on killing him, man.
Is there a chip on his shoulder though?
On my shoulder,
Yes. We like angry Mike P. We like angry, focused
I'm
Mike
always
P.
angry. There's nothing I could do to not make me angry.
Right,
I'm,
right,
I'm an
right, right.
aggressive, bro. I tell myself to not be aggressive all the time in battles, and it's just something that I can't
Mm-hmm.
help, man. I'm an aggressive dude when it comes time to performing. Yeah, I mean for sure. This one, to pretend that this one is not more important than the last couple you know what I mean? To pretend that this isn't well, here's the floor, Mike. Let's see what you do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't, I wasn't aware of that. But the interest in that, like, there's nothing. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go, man.
Well, of course, people are saying, Mike will leave the trenches with a memorable verse, memorable round. These are the conversations
Yeah.
that people are having right now, my brother, man. How do you feel about the road game in Philly versus New York and you being a part of that, especially with all the older cats, you and Rosenberg kind of young? I'm kind of glad Easy's mixing in old and new.
I mean, I can't even wrap my head around being on a card with Hollow Man. For the people that don't know who he is, bro, like his verse, his battle verse Ines,
So,
like changed the course of my rap life, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
wow.
Like that's one of, if you had a gun to my head and you told me to recite a verse,
Right.
he, old Mook rounds and his round would be like the only bars that I know
Wow.
like verbatim. So it's crazy to say like 14 years later, I'm on a card with Hollow Man. It's so wild. So yeah, I mean, I love that. I love that. As far as memorable round, bro, like I tend to have a bunch of those, man. Like,
Yes.
so it really
Yes.
don't even, you know what I mean? Like if I walk away with a memorable round, it's kind of like normal at this
Right.
point. Like I've done it plenty of times with the Danny round and the JC round and
Mm-hmm.
Twerk round and
Mm-hmm.
Daylight rounds and Sharon and like I have a bunch of those memorable rounds. So I'm trying to walk away with three memorable
Woo.
rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like I am hyper focused to say the least, and bro, it's gonna get dark, man.
Wow. Well,
It's gonna
with
get
all due
dark.
respect to the other old heads, I'm an old head, so I respect all the old heads on this.
Hell
But
yeah.
the so far the battle of the night is you and Rosenberg. No,
Oh
no
yeah.
disrespect to nobody, but you and
Yeah, no,
Froze.
nah, no disrespect to anybody. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be excited to see, and I think that's the beautiful part about the trenches cards, right? I mean, the obviously the nostalgia is the card name, but there really is something very special about bringing that essence back. And it'll show you that you don't have to be multi-layered and rap like a psycho. You don't need to rap in code to
Uh,
rock a room, man. So I'm just gonna be excited. And bro, rooms like that is my fucking wheelhouse, bro.
really?
So like, oh, are you kidding me, dude? First of all, I'm walking into something that people want me to lose, so I'm used to that. All right, I mean, when Easy offered this up, it sounded great. I was like, okay, the crowd's against me. Okay, I'm not gonna be home. All right, my
All right.
opponent's home,
Uh-huh.
sign me up. Yeah, but I mean, dude, if you're talking like that setting, and especially what I feel like Philly likes,
Right.
like, bro, if Rosenberg doesn't go crazy, man, it's not gonna matter where we are, man. It's not
Really?
gonna matter where we know. No, it's not gonna
So,
matter
Mike, you're
where
not
we
worried
know.
about a road game for yourself, him getting a home game? That doesn't mess with your mind at all?
No, bro, I'm so used to it, man. And I think at the same time, bro, I'm also used to showing how much it doesn't matter.
Mm.
Like when you start cooking, the thing is with home games, right? This is
All
this
right.
is this is something that people don't think about when you think about home games. It only works to your advantage if you are better than that guy, right? But if your opponent is tearing you to bits and the crowd is acting like he's not, that don't look good on their part.
Right. Right. Good
Not the
point.
not the
Good point.
opponent. So if I'm tearing Rosenberg to pieces and the crowd's not trying to give me nothing, people will pick up on that.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
why for me, like, there is no home court advantage only if you're Geechee Gotti on caffeine. That's the one time where I was like, oh yeah, he's home.
Right.
Yeah, he's home.
Uh,
Other than that, bro, like, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, it's not going to matter. You know what I mean? Like, home crowd advantage can only take you so far.
mm. How much are you looking forward to getting an actual YouTube drop, sir?
Very much looking forward. I mean, we got the drop with Madflex
Yes.
on King of the
Yes.
Dot, which was
Hmm.
just great. It was great to have, man. And, you see with the app shit, like I missed the engagement. You know what I mean? Like for the last 4 years, it's like for the most part when a battle of mine drops, like, bro, you just get like nothing, like no notifications, no one talking about it on Twitter, like. It's so used to kind of it just dropping to a small amount of people in the culture. So I'm definitely I'm definitely excited for the YouTube drop. I'm more excited for the pay per view as well, bro. Like,
Mm.
it's been a while since I've been on a pay per view besides Stay Forever. Shout out to King of the Dot.
Shocking it out.
And
RP Pat.
yeah, man, I'm just excited, bro. I thought besides Stay Forever, Trenches was card of the year. And I'm happy. I'm very happy to be on the second installment, man. And honestly, I wouldn't do it for anyone else besides Easy, man.
So you thought
Shout out to
Trenches
Easy.
you thought Trenches one was the best card so far this year?
I thought it was incredible, man. I mean, I thought the breaks in between the battles were incredible.
I
You know
did
the
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 freestyles and stuff, right? Yeah.
yeah the
As New
just the
Yorkers,
vibes,
we can
man.
appreciate that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
100%, man. Just the
Absolutely.
just the overall vibe of it, and then like, bro, like you look in the crowd, man, and it's a crowd full of people that are excited to be there, man. It's like
Mm.
it's people that want to hear good rap, like you
Right.
know what I'm saying. So like that makes for great content. I don't really know of like other cards that went down this year. I'm sure like the ARP probably had a big card,
Divide and Conquer 1 and 2, yes. Yeah.
right? And I'm sure it
Chrome.
was Chrome as well. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I think
John also had a good card, the Pendulum card. Not
he
the
did.
Pendulum card. I forgot the name of his card. Pandemic, I believe, was called. His card
Okay,
was
okay.
actually good too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, man, just the overall like essence of it, like that, like Trenches really encapsulated a lot of things that you just don't see anymore in the game. So it was
Mm.
just good to see. It was good to see. So
Okay. Okay. How many times is Easy to Block Captain have to question if you're okay to battle on this card?
hey, bro, let me one man one.
Once?
I had a good conversation with him, bro. Like,
Okay.
I'm different. And I see a lot of people that are like, yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see, bro. We gonna see. I said, yeah. I said, hold your breath, bro. Hold your breath on that because you never get it. I mean, like, you got to answer. You got to ask yourself why I'm even on a card like this in the first place,
Mm.
right? Like, it wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. I'm not a URL artist, and then it's like, what would even be enticing? Like, to break my morals and get a bad reputation and have people that'll never book me again and that'll tell other people not to book me. Like I'd
Mm.
rather, you know what I'm saying? Like people are like, oh, what if they call you for 20,000? Like, what if I don't pick up the phone, bruh? Like who said I'm even picking up the phone if they call me?
Wow.
I mean, let's keep it all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that's their intention.
Right.
If they ever even attempted to bring an offer like that, I would laugh and I would hang the fuck up. I'm not these other guys, bro. I'm not these
I
other
believe
guys
you,
that are
Mike. You know that,
tied
right?
down
I
to them
believe you.
financially. I have respect for the game. I have respect for the game, and I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't fucking bend over for them, bro. Hell
Wow.
no.
Some people are saying Mike P. The P stands for petty, sir. You went over there. I'm saying they said Easy being petty also. Is there truth behind that? Both y'all being petty? I don't think so. But just
No.
for the people at home, you know,
Nah, man. I listen, bro. I think Easy. We're gonna look back and we're gonna realize that Easy changed the fucking game, man. Easy
really,
changed it for the better, and he planted seeds in a lot of people's heads, and the right ones, bro. And he's making other people think for themselves, and I've found a new importance on my career. Since I've spoken with him and seen how he rocks and the messages he gets out, like I fuck with him heavy. So when he saw my blog, he hit me up right away, and I don't look at that as a petty. I
right,
don't look at that as a petty move. Like that's business is business, and we did business. I do good business. You know what I'm saying, and I'm sure Easy does as well. So we locked in real fast. Yeah,
mm,
real fast. It was nothing like to spite that. Listen, bro. If my moves that I made in my career, if I still had URL in the back of my head and how they care, then how am I even off URL? Mentally, I'd still be on URL. I'd still be
right,
tied down to them if I have to think about how they're gonna feel for a decision that I make. You know what I'm saying? When the whole point of making these decisions is because I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? You don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Mike P's gonna Mike P, no matter what. So yeah, if I had them in the back of my head when I made all these decisions, then how free am I really? You know what I'm saying? I'm still tied down mentally if that was the case.
wow. Did you get a call for Jack?
No,
So it's just a
no.
blog, not a call, no phone call. Wow. That kind of speaks volumes, right? It's self-explanatory. What are
It
we doing here, Mike?
speaks many. I mean, it proves everything that I said. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
why nobody can really say anything about what I did. It's like the proof is right there, bro. I'm waiting. You paid me my front end. I'm
Mm,
saying you gonna let me walk away with a couple grand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna reschedule it or not? Are you that fucking hurt? You're that hurt by me just you know what I'm saying my truth. Like, all right, if they're gonna let me walk away, then let me walk away. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that call. They said it was postponed. So if it's postponed, that means it's gonna get rescheduled, right? So I'll be
right,
here. My phone's open. My phone line is open. It's been open. So but like you said, bro. I mean, that's it right there. It speaks volumes. Silence
right.
speaks volumes, man. So
But like you said a second ago, they call you now, it's gonna be like, okay, you're calling me because of whatever reasons, right? Whatever reasons you have for whatever you want to do that for, right?
if
But if they
that's if
decide to call you
yeah
and have a conversation, not even about trying to get you off this card, no bullshit like that.
yeah,
Just to negotiate, to get back to the negotiation table.
I'm here.
Okay. All right.
I mean, like, listen, bro. Like, in a perfect world, like this is the craziest part, right?
All right.
Where it's like me deciding to do my own thing as an unsigned artist is considered by people as burning a bridge. How is that? Because in a perfect world, I can do whatever the fuck I want because I'm not signed under nobody, right? I'm a
Mm,
hip hop artist. You could book me for my talents, or you can not book me for my talents, right? So in a
right.
perfect world, I do this card and I do the next card that we're working on locking in this year, and then URL hits me up, and if the offer is right and it's what I want and it's what I've told them that I want for a while, then yeah, absolutely. But my whole thing is like there's just gonna be a lot of no's from now on. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't sit back and wait anymore. You know what I mean?
You give me a different vibe to your counterparts. So no disrespect to your brothers out there, Mike, when I say this, but I feel like with you, if they didn't call you back after the decisions you make for your career,
Right.
that's not gonna bother you too much.
No. I've when I first came in this game, before I came in this game, I thought it was something that it wasn't. When I came in this game, I thought it was going to be something and it wasn't. I thought with certain years, the checks get bigger and this happens and you get this deal and that deal. And it just, the more insignificant, and the less life-changing battle rap is, the more I start counting the years I have left on Earth.
Wow.
and the less care I have for a culture that when I'm done, I really don't have much to show for besides, some YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? There's
Right.
no 401k in battle rap. There's no pension. There's no, when I get out of here, they give me a check for $250,000 and I could ride off into the sunset. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's and especially as I realized, the lack of plans that URL had for me, I kind of sat back the last couple of years after Sharon and watched them do nothing with me. And my real life is so much more important. You know what I'm saying? Like what I have to do outside of battle rap is so much more important. So it's like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are financially dependent on
Right.
URL, and I'm not gonna
Right.
say I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a fucking 100,000-aire. You know what I'm saying? I'm a working man, just like all of us. But
Uh-huh.
it just got to a point where it just doesn't it doesn't matter anymore. So if URL never calls me again, I'm not stressing over it. I'm not
Mm.
stressing over it at all because I know it wasn't my doing. I know it wasn't my doing. If it, and they would have some fucking nerve to point to my blog as reasoning as to why you don't work with me anymore. Like when I literally told you I'm just asking for better work. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So yeah,
People conversation a lot. Always Mike P top tiers, he this, da, 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 right? But I saw people are saying that
I love
they
that
today
conversation.
they felt that this is the first step of your top tierism because you're taking your career in your own hands
A lot of
and you're
mo
going against,
I mean, shaking up the culture for a mid tier, huh? Just a one battle announcement from some mid motherfuckers got everyone talking, huh?
right, right,
Yeah, I
right.
mean, bro, like I said, man, top tier. I mean, there are no tiers in 2023 before there are like top, mid, bottom, and it's like, bro, you could, in my experience, a top tier is someone with a lot of accolades, someone with an extensive resume, good body bags, good classic battles, couple million view battles,
Mm-hmm.
viral moments, good solid following, all that type of shit. So I check off every single box for that.
Mm.
Like 2 times over. So if you want to consider me like not that person because maybe for the last 4 years I've been on an app and it's only been to maybe 5% of the culture, and I understand that. I understand if you come out and you see me and you don't have the app, you probably haven't seen my last 4 years of work. But I don't even need those years of work. You could go search on YouTube right now. Like
Mm.
your man averages I average almost 300,000 views a video, bro. Like your man does numbers. So it's like it's funny to see the top tier
Uh,
like mid tier debate. It's just hilarious because like I don't care, but it's sparked like this thing. Like, bro, I saw somebody go, yo, if Hitman Holla loses to Ill Will, does he go to mid tier? So it's like most of the people that have these conversations don't even really, they can't even grasp one layer of what it would be to judge what's a mid tier and what's a top tier. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like most people don't know what they're talking about. So, I'm not Charlie Clips. I'm not Charlie Clips. I'm not
Uh,
K Shine. I'm not any of these guys, but there is a wide range of top tiers. Mid tier is just like you're just mid tier. You don't get good bookings. You don't have any classic shit. You've done nothing. You're just like a name that I've done too much to even entertain that. Like I kicked mid tier out like 5 years ago, bro.
I spoke to Av today, right? And he said he was a little bit disappointed because he wanted you and Rosenberg to battle before, and then Easy makes the announcement, and all the culture's like, "Yeah, we love Mike and Rosenberg." But he said when he was on that train before,
I
people were
hope
like, "Oh,
that's
I
what
don't
he
know, I don't know
meant.
about that battle, Av."
I hope that's what he meant. That
No, he
sounded
meant that.
like
He meant that. He meant that. I
shade, man.
promise. He
All
meant that.
right,
I
it
promise. He
sounded
meant that.
like shade, but
No, no shade, Mike. Honestly, no shade.
no,
Honestly,
I would be surprised if it did because
no,
I've
he didn't show no
I've
shade.
fucked with
I
Ab
promise you.
so much. Like
Yeah, I
Ab is
haven't
like
done
my
no shade. No shade. No
okay,
shade.
all right. Yeah, it seemed a little weird, but I mean I don't know. I got nothing to say to that.
Right. So let me ask you, all right, how many more battles for the rest of the year after this? I feel you got things lined up, but you can't speak about it right now.
Yeah.
You can't speak
Nah,
about
we
it right
do.
now.
We're locked in with Rosenberg. We are pretty much we're just waiting on contracts for another big, another big battle. And I mean, for right now, we just got two. We got the Rosenberg, and then we got this other one coming up. I don't know. I've already did two battles this. I've already done two battles this year. I usually do around 3 to 5.
Mhm.
Who's to say, man? It depends on what's going on around the end of the year. Maybe we'll do an iBattle joint. Maybe we'll do
Okay.
something. But we're open for whatever. And I have the freedom to explore those options, man. I mean, there's been so many times in my career where I want to book something, and I in the back of my head I say, well, I don't know if URL is going to call me.
Mm.
And then if they do call you, it's like, even if you don't like what they offer you, it's like you either take this or they might not call you for another year. So you know what I'm saying? So like I'm glad that I have that freedom to just explore all options. And yeah, man, maybe you'll get three bad. I
Okay.
know there's two that are definitely happening, and maybe we'll get something towards the end of the year.
Would you
But you
have a
never
discussion?
know.
Would you have a private discussion with ARP? Just y'all two alone.
I would have a private discussion with ARP to apologize,
Really?
not to do business. I think you know I pride myself on not talking about other people's bullshit.
Mm.
If I did, I'd have a wonderful YouTube. It's very easy to
Right?
rake in the money when you talk about people's personal
Uh-huh.
shit.
Uh-huh.
And at a time that I had blind loyalty to URL, whether I felt like what I said was valid or not, it was really not my place. And I jumped out of my skin to go at him when there was no point. He wasn't in a legal issue with me.
Mm.
He wasn't in a
Mm.
so it was a really stupid move on my part. Hitting him up for business I wouldn't do just because I want to get the apology out, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be on him to discuss in the
People want to see you in
future.
the blue room, sir. People already talking about want to seeing you in that. I'm just throwing it out there.
I know.
I'm just throwing it out there. That's all.
No, I know, man. I know, and I got shout out to him, man. Like I don't know him. There were things that 5 years ago where I made prejudgments about him.
Mm.
With the way the Daylight King Los battle kind of fell through. I thought it was at that time I was really good friends with Day, and I was just I felt like I had to defend him and stuff, and
Mm.
um yeah, I mean, if business, then that's on him, but it's not something that I'm looking for, because I really don't even want to come across as that. I don't
Gotcha.
even want to come across as like, oh, now I'm out of URL, so it's like,
Right.
hey, ARP, I'm always here. Like, nah, man, I think if I ever got his, I'm sure I'll. I talked to a lot of mutual friends of his too that talked to me about that as well. So one day maybe I'll get his number, and just
Okay.
we'll talk privately. But it would be to apologize, not to do business. If that
Gotcha.
comes, that comes. But
Mm.
the card looks dope. Max out looks dope, and shout out to him.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's your thoughts on Summer Madness?
I like it, man. I like it. I think it's weird, man. Like a lot of people are obviously hating on URL just to hate on them, and
Yes.
and
Uh-huh.
if you look at these battles in the grand scheme of things, like it doesn't look like a Summer Madness, but I don't think that battle rap has the ability to make it look like Summer Madnesses anymore. All these big guys, bro, they battled each other a bunch of times, and it's like, we've been doing this for 15 years. Like, when are y'all gonna be okay with the other, you know what I mean, like
Right.
Jerry West and like
Right.
Ace Amin and like the other people that are, you know what I'm saying? Well, I
That's
say
grinding.
Ace Amin because I don't even know if it's gonna happen on Summer Madness, but like there's a lot of people that say like Ace and Rum isn't a Summer Madness battle, and it's like, well, yeah, it is, right? Because one, it's a promoted battle. Two,
They
everyone
going
wants to
hard with
see
the
it.
promo. They go
Everyone
hard
wants
with
to,
the promo right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone wants to see it, and then three, Rum Nitty wants it. So if Rum Nitty says he wants it, then that's a Summer Madness battle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like, when are we going to be okay with not seeing Mega Guy versus Mega Guy? Because let me tell you, it's pretty much running out. Like, you could only mix those same 12, 14 guys so many times to where it's like, you running out of matchups. So Summer Madness, I think, is running out of matchups. Um, you know, and then you also have the mix of like some bigger stars going elsewhere, right? So it's like they don't have that grip on everybody that they once had. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, there's other places that are interesting too now, and I think that's a good thing.
Mm.
You know, but
Does
at the end of the day, I will say this. I will say this. It the Summer Madness will be Summer Madness from the quality of the battles. Nobody talks about the card after the when the pay-per-view is over. Nobody goes, man, that card on paper sure was crazy. Like, no, it's the quality of the battles,
right?
right? So if Summer Madness has 5 out of 6 battles are absolutely incredible, was it not a Summer Madness because on paper there were people that you don't think are supposed to be there?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So people gotta, you know, people don't know what they're talking about. So it's like you guys gotta figure it out. Like, get your formula, man. You gotta get a formula for how to approach certain things, man. And yeah, I mean, maybe on paper it doesn't look like past Summer Madnesses, but you know, you got plenty of people that are there to make good content. So if it
What
comes out well, then that's it.
What's your thoughts on St. Louis? Are they gonna do good or max out?
Oh man, I mean, obviously they're gonna do good. I mean, with Young Ill, it's interesting, bro, because Young Ill, the last time I saw him was what, Briz?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny because like that stage didn't even pair well with his style, and he still held his own. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like his style is definitely gonna work in a blue room type setting. And you never know, man. I feel you know, Young Ill reminds me of Arsenal, bro. Like a lot of people, Arsenal have these stretches where he just doesn't care, and
Right.
everyone will act like he's the worst in the world. And then it's like he has moments where he starts rapping, and then everyone's like, "Oh my God, Arsenal's the best." You know what I'm
They
saying?
did
So
they did that recently against him and was it Ease or Authentic? One of these guys he just battled.
I don't know. I know Authentic. I don't know what Ease is. It's Easy the block captain.
Yeah, I saw you and Ease going.
Nah, shout out to
Shout
Intermediate.
out to Ease, man.
Um, Yeah, I think you know, Young Ill is one of those guys where at any
Mm.
given point, he could be clicking on all cylinders. I just think, you know, with K, man, like K is on a crazy run, and
Yeah.
it's like a crazy run that people are aware of. Like Big K has been so dangerous for so long. It's actually weird that in 2023 everyone's finally recognizing how crazy he is.
Mm.
I think he takes that battle. I think he takes it
Yeah.
2-1. Man, Verb is the same thing, bro. It's like at any point, Verb can be so
Uh,
dangerous, bro. Um, man, I have to go A Ward, man. I,
A1.
I
I got
have
A1 too. I have A1 also.
I have to go A Ward, and I hope it's a crazy battle. Like I
Mm.
hope it's a real classic battle. I hope Averb doesn't call me a bowl of chicken Alfredo now for 3 days. I'm sorry, Verb. We patched it up, man. We patched it up, bro. I don't have any problems, please.
uh,
You know, I hope Verb is incredible, man. I hope they're both incredible. I hope it's a great battle. And
mm.
what is it? Hitman and Will,
It
right?
will, yes.
You know what's crazy? I said this about it, and it's funny because I feel like you know, Hitman, I feel like what was his best attribute is actually, I think it actually works against him in modern day. I think performance, you know, used to be so much more effective when there wasn't that many layers and there weren't that much intricate rap back then.
Mm.
To where now I feel like when Hitman performs on bigger stages, his performance doesn't look right because I feel like he leans on it more than he does the material. And I think that's just not the climate of today. Um, but I actually think him moving into the small room does him more than being on the main stage. I actually think Hitman is more effective in a small room
Okay.
than he would be on a big stage. I know that's crazy to say because people look at him as the best performer, which I don't. I think Briz Rothstein is the best performer ever in the history of battle rap.
Really?
Yes, man. I think
Wow.
Hitman has the best like 4 bar performances. Like when I feel like when people talk about Hitman's performance, they talk about the things that he does during classic moments that he has. When I look at Briz Rothstein, I look at a start to finish performer. Like like how he performs all of his material. I think is better than what Hitman is known for doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that
Wow.
Hitman has bad performance, but I'm saying I feel like where people get the idea that he's the best performer is from those iconic moments to where he's performing, like physically reload with the bullets that came out, like the
Wow. Yeah.
actual physical movements of some of his best material. I feel like that's where people stamp him as an incredible performer, and he is. But I think the overall package, start to finish, like just how you perform, not how you perform a haymaker, not how you perform a setup, how you perform. I think Briz is number one.
So you got Briz over Shine also?
As a performer, yeah,
Yes.
man.
Wow.
Yes. I think
Wow.
because I look at Shine. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it's like the same way I look at Hitman, the same way I look at Shine. It's like it's how he performs his bars and not his overall performance. Like when I look at Briz as a performer, I look at his mannerisms. I look at him like spraying water over his face after he lands a bar versus Ill Will. I look at his funny faces. I look at how he acts, and then how he, you know what I'm saying? Like I think there's such a more overall package to him than most guys, man. And that's not a slight to anybody. I mean, K-Shine's an incredible performer. Hitman's obviously an incredible performer, but I think they're more known for how they performed certain material and not just straight up and down A to B, start to finish. This guy's one of the greatest. Yeah.
Okay.
With that being said, Ill Will 2-1 though.
Ill Will 2-1. Okay. Well, before I wrap it up here, how hyped are you for this battle for you and Rosenberg though?
I can't even. I can't even put it into words, man. Yeah, I think I literally can't even explain it.
Can't explain it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to say the least.
All right.
Yeah.
Mike, man, I appreciate you taking your time to rock with me, my brother. I appreciate you, man.
Sir, I always appreciate you. Can I ask you a question by the way?
Talk to me.
What did I have to do to earn 2 interviews by you in the last 2 weeks, bro? I said 3. I saw your text message. I said 3 reached out again. Holy shit, I am top tier. Maybe I gotta eat that culture.
Listen, you've been talking about all day. Through the whole feed is Mike P. Rosenberg, Mike P. blogs. There's multiple blogs out where you and Rosenberg name attached. Like, it's crazy right now.
Yeah. It's
You know what
good.
I mean?
It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
Appreciate you, King.
3, thank you so much, man.
My God.
Appreciate you.